Hey guys, it's Adam. God bless you. We are losing so many people in this world, especially young people, because we've forgotten the third part of the value trinity. In the world that I grew up in, the cultural circles, the communities that I grew up in, there's a high value placed on logic and reason and kind of the logos part of the brain. It helps us to solve things. It answers the question, is this true? And it's true, my neighbor's doing some construction today, so if you hear them in the background, they're building a house. A second part of the community that I grew up in, the circles that I grew up in, we asked the question, we wanted to be an ethical people, we wanted to be a moral people, so we asked the question, what is good? What is goodness? How do you know that your life is oriented in a way that is promoting a wellness in the heart, that we know that we're doing is in line with what we ought to be doing? That question. So those first two, you have logos for the mind. You have an ethos for the heart condition. And I feel like what we've missed in a significant way, and it's why there's so much despair, it's why there's so much lostness. It's not because we don't know how to solve logical problems and we can't figure out an ethical framework. Even if we're using scripture from that, we can identify these things, we can work through them, but we've neglected something that is of just as much equal importance as those first two. We have a society that is starved for beauty and for wonder and for emotion that is constructed in a positive way. That the community that I grew up in would almost view emotion as a negative thing to experience. It was very stoic. It was focused on, is this true and is it good? And if you have those things accomplished, that's it. You're fine. You're going to be okay. Do what is true. Do what is good. But it's insufficient. I would not only offer, I would instruct that a people, a family, a person, an individual must also have beauty in their life. They must surround themselves with it, must orient themselves to beautiful things. And if you're not able to map out what beauty is, objective, beauty is objective. There's some things that we can speculate on. Well, is this more beautiful than this? Okay, we can have a debate, but there is a line between something that is hideous and something that's beautiful, that moves your emotions, that compels you to give perspective, to move yourself in a different way. We have placed so much value on the first two that we've forgotten the third exists. And the reason why I would say it's almost a value trinity is, one, I think they're transcendent, all of these. I think they can exist for their value in and of themselves outside of any affirmation of them or validation of them. Truth, goodness, and beauty are all distinctly valuable because of what they are. They're soul food. They feed your spirit. They lift you. But the goodness is not necessarily the truth. The truth is not necessarily what's beautiful. What's beautiful isn't necessarily what's good. But they're all essential. They all come as a package. And if any of those items are missing, the other two will falter. I hate going to art museums or art galas with my kids. And it's not because I don't want them to experience it. It's not because I don't want them to see beauty and be surrounded by it. But as I'm going, I want time to digest it, to look at pieces of art, to wonder about the author's feelings, perspectives, intents, motivations. What was the thing that they had inside of them that they couldn't convey in a logical syllogism? What was in them that they couldn't articulate in a reason-based or an ethical format, so much that they had to grab other materials, take earth, and canvas another part of what we've gotten from the earth to create something unique, create something beautiful. And to share that, and to see the thing that they've created, and almost to become a part of it, to have that beauty rub off on you, to become that beauty move you and inspire you and help you to feel in a way that maybe you've not felt. And just like words can be used to give framework to mental concepts, art, something of beauty, can be used to give framework to something that we feel but maybe we can't understand, maybe we can't articulate well. But I can show you a picture and I can move you. It's the same thing with music. It's the same thing with some forms of play with your children. Okay, is it right? Is it true? I don't know, but it's beautiful playing with my kids. I love seeing them grow. I love watching them move from a certain type of beauty to a certain type of beauty, and knowing that they're going to continue to grow and become another specific type of beauty. And I get the irony of listening to someone talk about beauty that looks like this, right? But God designs everything to be true, to be good, to be beautiful. And I think a part of what it means to be made in the image of God is to also seek out those things and identify them, bring them to light, to shine light on truth, to shine light on goodness, to shine light on beauty, and tell people to look at these things, because the more you look at truth, the more you look at goodness, the more you look at beauty, the more you're going to see God in them. These questions that we ask, the ultimate ones, the deep ones, they do move you to the maker of these things. And those things that have existed in Him for eternity, without start, without creation. Our God is truth. Our God is goodness. Our God is beautiful. So why would we not want to seek out those things in our life and surround ourselves with images that remind us of Him and His qualities and His attributes and the things that He brings that helps us to satisfy our soul, not to divorce them from the Creator of them, but as mementos of His love for us and what He's given us and how good He is. All right. I'll shut up now. Thanks, guys.